There comes a moment in every man's life when the mask drops, when the illusions fade, and when the truth can no longer be ignored. That moment changes everything, because once a man sees clearly, he can never unsee. The games that used to work no longer hold power. The lies that once felt like love no longer fool him. And here's the reality: knowledge is power. Once a man understands these truths about women, love, and relationships, he will never walk the same way again. The first truth men must face is the difference between genuine love and conditional love. For years, men have been told comfortingly that when a woman says she loves you, she means all of you forever without condition. But if you look closer, you see the cracks. You notice how her tone changes when money runs. You see how her warmth fades when the excitement dies. You realize her affection often comes with strings you didn't notice at first. And here's the harsh part. The problem isn't that conditions exist. The problem is that men enter relationships believing love is always pure, so they give endlessly. They pour themselves out, time, money, energy, devotion, thinking loyalty will guarantee loyalty. But it doesn't. When a man wakes up to this, he doesn't become bitter. He becomes wise. He stops giving blindly. He measures actions, not just words. He watches how she treats him when he has nothing to offer, not just when he's at his best. That awareness makes him strong. It forces him to protect his energy. It teaches him to say no, because now he knows real love doesn't vanish when circumstances change. And once a man knows that women can't play the samagam, the second truth is the power of. Most men don't realize their attention is currency, valuable, powerful, unlimited. But from the moment he likes a woman, he floods her with it. He texts, calls, compliments, notices every detail. He gives it all away for free. But attention is energy. Energy is influence. And influence is. Women know this instinctively. Many thrive on it. Not always out of love, but out of the thrill of being desired. The validation of being wanted. This is why countless men get He thinks he's building a bond. She's just soaking up free attention. Here's the shift. Once a man realizes attention is precious, he stops giving it recklessly. He becomes intentional. He gives it only where it's earned. Suddenly, his silence speaks louder. His absence has more impact than constant presence, and women feel it instantly. Curiosity grows. Desire sparks, because attention that is rare has value, and value creates attraction. This is when a man goes from being thekasser to the chooser. The third truth is emotional control. For generations, men have been trapped by a dangerous belief that strong reactions prove love. If she ignores you, chase harder. If she withdraws, plead louder. If she tests you, explode to show passion. But harass the reality. Reactions don't prove love. They expose weakness. Women test emotions constantly. Anger, jealousy, insecurity. They watch to see if they can pull your strings. If you lose control, they know they hold the power. But when a man masters emotional control, everything changes. Her silence no longer drives him to panic. Her mood swings no longer pull him off balance. Her threats no longer send him begging beggars. He has built calmness. He has built steadiness. He refuses to be moved like a puppet, and that makes him magnetic, mysterious, and unshakable. A man without control dances to her tune. A man with control sets the rhythm and must follow if she wants to keep up. The fourth truth is about options. Most men grow up believing women are thepries, and men must compete. That belief traps men in scarcity. They cling to Theon woman in front of them, terrified to lose her, lowering their standards. Justo, hold on. But here's the truth. Men also have options. The difference is that women are born with options. Men must build theirs. A woman can walk into a room and attract attention instantly. A man earns that same power through discipline, self-mastery, success, and growth. A man who builds his body, his money, his character, creates options. And when he knows this, he stops acting like a beggar. He stops fearing loss. He stops tolerating disrespect because he knows, if one woman leaves, another will come. And that freedom terrifies. Women will rely on desperation to control men. Finally, the fifth truth, self-respect. Too many men give everything except the one thing that matters most, respect for themselves. They sacrifice dignity for... They overlook lies for beauty. They trade boundaries for attention. And once a man does this, he is finished. A man without self-respect is easy to manipulate, easy to control, easy to house. But the moment a man truly respects himself, he becomes untouchable. He no longer negotiates dignity for affection. He no longer accepts disrespect disguised as love. He no longer bends to keep what isn't worthy of him, because he knows love without respect is an illusion. Self-respect raises their standard. She must rise to meet it or leave. Either way, he wins. The moment a man opens his eyes, everything changes. When he sees that love is often conditional, he gives wisely. When Helena's his attention is valuable, he guards it. When he masters emotional control, he becomes untouchable. When he builds his options, he moves with freedom. And when he respects himself above all, he becomes unbreakable. This is the difference between a man who is controlled and a man who is in control. A man who knows these truths he isn't bitter. He's simply awake. Awake to his own value. Awake to the fact that he too is the prize. And when men collectively awaken to this truth, the old games stop working. The illusions collapse. The manipulations lose their power. Because once men know, everything changes.